Just stop making excuses. Excuses is going to crumble your dreams, your aspirations, any hope that you have to monetize on YouTube. Those excuses is going to crumble it, okay? So it is freezing right now. Look at the mountains. My hands, my gloves, everything. I think people are looking at me like if I'm crazy because I'm holding the phone and I'm recording. But let me tell you, when you set yourself a goal, you need to follow through on that goal. You need to keep the promises you made to yourself in order to see progression in your life. Because if you don't keep the promises that you make to yourself, then who's going to keep it again? Who else going to keep it? All right. So we get it out of the way. All right, guys. So for those of you on right now, let me tell you something. Yes, YouTube is on easy mode, but right now you need to put in the work. When I say put in the work, Queen, I think the biggest thing is finding time to actually create content for YouTube. All right. Finding the time. How can you find the time to create content for YouTube? That's what we're going to talk about today, because I know you want to grow on YouTube, and in order to grow on YouTube you need to create content. You need to put out the content. How are you going to do that if you don't have time? So this is how you're going to grow on YouTube if you do not have time. Okay, this phone is really shaking up just now, and even to edit or to post, right? That is what we're going to talk about today, along with me giving you some tips on how to grow on YouTube. All right, so gosh, my hand. So the first thing you want to get started with is growing on YouTube. In order to grow on YouTube, you need to push out content. What that look like, guys, the first thing you could do is create shorts in order to get some followers, okay? You can create different type of shorts about your life. You can even create psychological facts, because I absolutely love that, and I do wonderful on my other channel, right, to grow it. I had to hold it like this because my hand tired. So psychological facts, right? You could create. You can do that to create it between 5 to 7 seconds. When people reading the information, it would reloop, okay? So that's what you need to do. All right, so we get it out of the way, creating shorts. The next thing you want to do is, if you have any other social media, you want to make a post about how YouTube is pushing out small creators and how you're going to be supporting them. So comment their channel down below. So you're going to see a lot of people engaging, commenting the channel, and they're going to follow you as well, okay? So that's how you're going to be able to build your followers on YouTube, all right? So basically, it's cross-promotion. Yes, cross-promotion. So if you have other social medias, use your other social media platform to get people from there to your YouTube channel, all right? Don't be afraid, because, listen, let me tell you, God is not a God of fear, okay? So when you're feeling that fear, you know it's not coming from the Almighty, all right? Because when you start praying and asking Heavenly Father to guide you through this path, because trust me, you can't accomplish anything without Him, all right? You can't accomplish anything without Him. So what I recommend is also just being able to build yourself spiritually on this journey as well, because He will direct you. He will direct your path as to what to do and where to go, all right? So the next thing you want to know is, how are you going to create content if you don't have any time? Now, I always say, depending on what kind of content you're creating, if you see my nose running, that's how cool it is. Depending on what kind of content you're creating, I always recommend people create content like this when they're starting off, so that they can gain that following fast, and YouTube can actually push out the content. Because when they start talking about YouTube, YouTube tends to push out your content to more people, okay? Small channels are blowing up because they start talking about YouTube, all right? So you can talk about posting your first video on YouTube. You can talk about just your experience in general on YouTube, how often you watch YouTube, and what changes you're going to make this year to implement for your YouTube. So what you need to do is, depending on the type of content you want to create, like I said, but I always recommend people creating this type of content, whereas you create content for YouTube, and whichever content you're creating, all you need to do is press record and create like this. I am on my way to class right now, and I am taking the time to actually create what I be content. Let me go and sit down for like 2 seconds right here, so I could share it with you guys. All right. So guess what? I am currently late for class. Well, I'm on my way to class, and I don't have time because I'm a full-time student. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. Like, I have class until 6:30 tonight, literally. So I will get home anywhere between 7 o'clock. That is crazy. 7 after 7, which is really nighttime. And when I reach home, I have the kids, I have homework. So then what time do I have for myself to even create content? This is what you're going to do. If you're on your commuting to work, if you're driving to work, make sure you walk with your gear, everything that you need to record, and then set it up in your car, set it up in your car and record on the way to work, record on the way coming back from work. If you have any breaks as well, take out your phone and record as well. Find a quiet spot and record, and that is okay. You don't need much editing. If for some reason you need to edit, CapCut. Put it in CapCut, do some quickly edits, check out a nice little thumbnail, and you'll be fine. And when I say a thumbnail, like this, like that. That's your thumbnail. And you post that video, you have no excuses, okay? So that is how you're going to make it on YouTube in 2025, is by being consistent, posting what YouTube wants you to post, okay? I'm see you because I have class.